I don't think there's anything better than watching a professionally trained chef and a normal home cook cook something up using the same ingredients separately to see the differences. Now, I've been shopping, which is why I spent all the budget on the ingredients in the bag and written the question mark in a felt tip pen.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I know what you're thinking. Jamie is no mug 20% of the time. So to balance the scales, we are giving him 45 minutes and Ben 30. Boys, do you want to see what you're cooking with?
What do we got? Oh, I've already seen one annoying ingredient.
Salmon,
it wasn't that.
caviar.
It was that.
Quail's eggs. Canapes. Mashed potato. Okay, we've gone down a different route. What's that?
A non-alcoholic malty drink.
Oh, God. Massive.
Big smoked sauce.
And you've got 50% more time than I have.
They're an eclectic set of ingredients, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, we're going to get you set up. Ebbers, you're going to come over here for 15 minutes. And Jay, your 45 minutes will begin.
Good luck.
I mean, you start making a mess and I'll have some thinking time.
Okay, Jay, 45 minutes starts now. So he's instantly grabbed corn flour and flour, filled a massive pan full of oil, and the circumference of the pan looks like it fits a sausage.
I've got a thought. I don't know how that thought is going to go because...
Trouble is, once Jamie gets Savlo in his mind, he can't get rid of it.
Eating a battered sausage.
This is screaming out to me fish and chips. But when you go to a fish and chip shop, you don't always get fish and chips. You get battered sausage and chips.
And curry sauce.
And curry sauce. I'm thinking, can I do battered sausage, chips, curry sauce, pickled eggs?
Wow! In 44 minutes.
In 44 minutes.
I mean, that is impressive if he can. Also, chips.
Yeah, out of instant mash.
Ingredient number 1, Mighty Malt.
Interesting. This is...
Classic energy malt drink. Do you know what this is?
No, but if you could describe it to me so I can have some thinking time about what I'm going to do with it.
Malt is the right word.
Sweet?
Yes, but maltier than sweet. Oh, look at the colour of it.
This bowl is not sausage shaped.
No.
So he's going to have to start fingering this batter.
So what I'm going to do is create a beer batter, but it's like a malt batter. And what I'm thinking is we could just chop a sausage in half and then get 2 battered sausages out of it, but that fits. So let's go for a full Polish battered sausage.
Do I have to use the other half of all his ingredients?
We've got a full set for you as well. But, you know, within the guise of food waste, anything that you can use of Jamie's that he's not using, the better.
It's got a beer batter. I don't want to cook that too early because I don't want it to go soggy whilst we're waiting. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is make some instant mash, but make it quite thick. So thick that I can form it into kind of oblongs and like chips, and then probably roll them in flour and then do them as well in the oil. Again, this might not work. So do you need this, or can I use all of it?
You use whatever you need. It was the spare, but do you need all of it is the question. Because you only need to make 1 plate.
We'll go for half, it's fine. We can always add more.
You instantly feel like this isn't going to work?
Chip. Chip.
Lovely. Have you thought of the plating? Do you want me to go and get a newspaper?
I think the biggest challenge here is watching what Jamie's doing and not being tempted to copy it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, how gutted are you that Jamie stole on your idea?
Chip. Not be tempted to do it better than I'm doing it.
That would be great. Please do this, but rectify all the mistakes that he's making.
Now I feel like my challenge now is to do something completely different with the same ingredients.
We're going to get a couple more chips.
You've had 5 minutes.
Good God.
This is superb. This is superb. Because as much as you're smashing them in your fist and then putting them down and saying chip, we're not seeing chip.
Crinkle cut chip. Chip. Fish and chip shop chips are chunky and they're never even, ever. They've been chipped. Chip.
I mean, he's actually got loads of time, and he's kind of right, trying not to do too much in 45 minutes. He still only needs a plate of food.
Yeah, I like the slow and steady approach.
Water to boil for quail's eggs. Once they're boiled, they can go into a bowl of malt vinegar. We have a curry sauce on the side. Okay.
You have 37 minutes remaining. So
Yeah.
Ebbers, you have 7 minutes before you're in the ring. How are you feeling? Confident?
I'm not at all concerned that the dish I do will be very different to Jamie's.
Okay.
But now I want to push the extreme. Given all of those ingredients, they take you to a very particular part of the world, Northern Europe.
Yeah.
Polish sausage, German drink, Danish salmon caviar, spuds. Can I go completely opposite side of the planet?
Yes, this is great.
I still don't know where to use the caviar.
Yeah.
It's the only fish and chips you've got.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is something like mushy peas a good place to use salmon, like fishy peas? Is that a thing?
Jay, I think it's a great idea. I think you should do that.
Fishy peas?
I can't imagine what the comments are saying right now.
Or a fishy tartar? A fishy tartar sauce? That could work, couldn't it?
A little bit better.
Yeah, fishy tartar sauce could work. Mayo, salmon caviar.
Deal.
We're doing it.
I think I'll be all right.
Choing.
Jay, you seem remarkably confident in your idea.
Yeah, I'm not thinking too far ahead. The idea, I think, is sound. Time, skills, ability, you know, we'll see.
He's still got to batter the sausage and cook it in there.
I'm slightly disappointed, but by that time, I'll be frantically running in the kitchen and not able just to watch that chaos happen.
Don't worry, I'll describe it for you.
So, mayonnaise, dill, I'm going to chop up some gherkins. I don't know if we've got any capers, but maybe the salmon caviar will replace their little pop of flavour.
Jay, Ebbers is breathing down your neck. He's got 2 minutes before entering the kitchen. Bosh.
Lemon juice. Oh no. Oh, I've got wet hands.
Do the dad tap. Dad tap it. That's gonna work.
Daddy.
Come on. That's better. That'll work. Every time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Your time's going so slow. Whoa!
That was quite a lot, actually, wasn't it?
Everything he does is so heavy-handed.
Right, Ebbers. 3, 2, 1. You're in. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, can I go completely the other side of the world to do something similar but different? Same ingredients, very different inspiration.
Where in the world are you going?
It's a great question.
Asia.
Yeah, Southeast Asia specifically, but maybe also sort of a bit of sort of Chinese vibe. Chicken stock.
Jay's taken the feedback on board, and I'm glad it's made such a difference.
This one's quite big compared to the others. Right, we know how much hate Barry gets when he cheats, Ebbers.
Just saving energy. So what I'm going to do is make a stock, but it's going to have some of that malty mix in it to cook the rice in it. So chicken stock cube, grated ginger and garlic, and then I'm going to kind of make the base of this dish, which is going to be like a congee with rice. Because I think on those kind of dishes, you can then put meat and fish and loads of veg, make some chili, some fragrance, go completely different to all of the Northern European ingredients we have.
What are you doing with the mash?
That's my biggest challenge. The salmon caviar, I'm not going to do anything to. It is that pop of freshness go right on at the end. I've basically cooking pre-cooked rice in this really fragrant chicken stock, ginger and garlic mixture. And you'd normally cook congee for hours and hours and hours and hours, but by using pre-cooked rice in this cheat, we'll get similar effect quickly.
And so just for the viewers who don't know what congee is...
Rice porridge. Ah! I put mine in, I know exactly when I put mine in, but I don't know which ones were mine.
Yeah. Did you not look at the speckles?
No, I did bring a Sharpie to mark them up, but then forgot. Change of plan, mine are definitely going to be hard-boiled because I really don't have a choice in the matter.
What now, Spaff?
Thai curry paste, and I'm going to mix that with some kind of coconut milk type thing. We'll turn that into like a curry sauce.
Now this wouldn't typically be Scotch bonnet, but it's what we've got in the fridge. Chili, ginger, garlic, the stalks of coriander, and then I'm going to heat up some oil and pour it over. Make a really quick chili oil.
Lovely. We are at two ends of the spectrum.
In an attempt to do something both mystery, but also efficient, I'm going to try and use up all of Jamie's leftover ingredients that he's opened, i.e. we're sharing the same. I'm going to try not to open the doubles.
Good for you. It's not going to get you extra credit, but I might respect you 3% more.
It's going to be hard to sell these as chips. However...
They look like chicken strips.
Yeah. That one's lost all of its innards. Where's the inside of that chip gone?
You have 20 minutes remaining, boys.
Okay, congee is smelling phenomenal. I love it. Flavour-wise, delicious too. A little bit on the thin side, so that's where I'm going to use the dregs of the smash powder to thicken up.
Here we go.
So I'm going to use potato starch as a thickening, not mash as an ingredient as such.
Classic Sidekick tip, that.
Quail's eggs are so unnecessarily fiddly.
Are these going to pickle in 18 minutes, do you think, Jay?
We're going to give it a good try. Boop.
2/3 pickled.
So if you have congee as a breakfast, it's sometimes served with dough sticks, like a bread dough. Now, I haven't got any bread dough, but there is a little bit of this in there, so I'm going to do basically like a little pastry stick
It's done little
to go
curls.
onto and out of the dish for texture.
17.5 minutes remaining, guys.
I'm microwaving my eggs in pickle.
Okay, so, spaff. Curry sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes hand in hand with fish and chips in the UK. It's not the curry sauce you would think of. It's almost like a very sweet curried dip.
It's close to katsu sauce, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's far gloopier, I would say.
Yeah.
And more gelatinous.
So you're making a red Thai curry sauce.
I'm using a red curry paste
Yeah.
with coconut milk because I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Essentially. Whilst my Thai curry paste starts to fry up and release some aromas before I stir in the coconut milk, I'm going to go back to my batter, which has rested. That might make a big difference. It might not in this case. We'll see. And now I'm going to dip a foot-long sausage into it.
I've got so much to do, but I just have to watch this. See, that's fine. It's when you. No, oh, interesting. It's how are you gonna
Curl it round.
that bit? Yeah, that bit. That's the bit I'm fun. I'm looking forward to watching this bit.
Oh, it's in. It's in.
That's it.
That's a new technique.
Have you not seen them do this?
No.
No. Oh.
So what I'm doing, Mike, is just frying my quail's egg in the wonderful seasoned oil.
Wow. Over easy. Coconut milk is in for Jay. Into the curry paste. Oh, we're going to do it. It's a sausage flip, everyone. Boys, you have 8.5 minutes remaining. Have you used all of your ingredients?
I think I have, right? Quail's eggs.
Yes.
Pickling.
Yes.
Sausage.
Yes.
Battered. Instant mash turned into chips. Caviar in my tartar sauce. Malt in my batter.
Yes. Ebbers.
Same, used it all. I've used the potato powder as a thickening agent more than potato because most of it is rice, but it's used to thicken up this as a speedy hack instead. Sausage, yes. Quail's egg, yes. Malt went into the stock to give it that sweet saltiness with the soy. I think so.
You got burn bits in there.
Oh, my dirty oil.
Dirty oil, yeah.
Oh no! You happy with that? We've hit a point in the video, everyone, with 6 minutes remaining.
It's got very quiet on that side. What's happening?
He's doing a lot of thinking and figuring out what to do next. So you've gone back in?
I've gone back in.
Yeah.
The oil's hotter. I need to crisp that up. I've gone into panic mode.
You've got this. No, just take a deep breath, right? Big deep breath. You've got 4 minutes and you can come up with a solution.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't panic.
All my eggs. Sorry, Ebbers.
There's more malt if you need it. I've used it in mine, but there's more left over if you need to go again with something.
I've used malt. Okay.
Okay, great.
What else needs balancing out in like a Thai curry sauce if you've added sweetness?
Okay. Oh no, I've got lemon, so I'm good.
Interesting choice.
You have 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna chop up this sausage. Smoky, curried, malty flavours. This might still work because it is crisping up now. What I'm doing is giving myself a backup.
You're giving yourself an out. Oh, we're in plating. Boys, 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes, get it on a plate and make it look good.
Yes!
I'd be honest, I could do with some more time on my pastry stick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Step away from your dishes. That couldn't have gone any better for us. Let's get these into the sexies and we're going to move to the dining room to have a taste. I think we just need to dig in. Let's start with your spaff.
I think I'm interested in this. The sausage in here, I didn't realise you'd gone double sausage. I turned my back on that bit.
This was the backup that made it to the final plate.
Ebbers, don't forget your pickled quail's egg.
Those chips are fun because they're so crispy on the outside and almost hollow in the middle. There's so little potato in them that they just kind of explode with crispiness.
Yeah, they're pure fluff. There's almost air in them, but it is potato. I like the tartar sauce.
I'm not sure how pickled the eggs are, but the tartar sauce brings you the acidity you need, and actually, that sauce is also nice and sour to go through the richness.
Sausage with some batter.
I don't think you can taste the fact the malt's in there, but I think it's given the batter a lovely colour.
Definitely a different colour.
I think it's probably going to be similar over here. It's not a huge flavour, it's a slight sweetness. The croquettes and your tartar twist with the salmon roe, lovely.
I'll tell you what, mate, it works. It's a typical Spafford dish in that there's flavour everywhere, and they all work. Congee.
So a fragrant broth of congee with a fragrant oil and then all the other bits in and around. And don't forget to get a stick. Traditionally they would be fried, but given these are laminated full of butter, you get a similar effect.
Wow. Cheers. That is stonking.
It's very good.
That's delicious, mate. Chicken stock. Wow, that really comes through.
And the
It's got a lot going on.
The texture of it that comes, I'm guessing, from the thickening with the potato mash.
Which would traditionally come from all the cooking of the rice starch, but because I used pre-cooked rice, there wasn't enough starch, so I used the potato starch to get us to a similar place.
It's absolutely delicious. That finishing oil that's through it, it just gives it a bit of a lift, doesn't it?
Ginger, garlic, chilli, spring onion.
Yeah, because it's almost like, because of the chicken stock, it's almost very sort of umami heavy, which is lovely. But then the spring onion, the salmon, caviar, and then that finishing oil just make it go, whoa, give it an extra dimension. It's very good. And not that I'm in any place qualified to judge. I'm going to give it to Ben, because that's a spectacular dish. It tastes fantastic. It tastes and looks like a chef would have made it. But I'm just so grateful that you tried to do this. And it so nearly worked. And if you'd have planned it and got that to batter properly, I think that's brilliant to have attempted it and to have got that far with it. I think it was amazing, and I'm so happy that you did. Well, who cares what I think? It's over to you. Let us know down in the comments what you thought. And if you'd like to comment down below with any rogue ingredients you think would fit really well into a mystery grocery bag challenge, then let us know.